Hello and welcome to What the Knit. Like what the knit is on those needles. What's going on here? I'm Kathy Nauman, the face behind Knitinthemitt over on Instagram, and I wanted to show you what's been going on for the month of January. We're almost at the end, so I thought it was a good time to wrap up the month and let you know what's been going on. Started the month earlier with this lovely cowl here. Give me a second. This is the Scandi Bloom cowl. You may have seen it. Actually started it in December, finished it in January. I really love it. I love how the two sections kind of complement each other. I do like the stripes. I did this with a skein of zebra yarn from my friend Monica at Up North Yarns. Shout out to Monica. She's an amazing dyer if you haven't found her yet. Anyway, this is a pattern by let me see, what was that? So Happy Jane. Okay, this is my first pattern I've knit from her, so forgive me for not remembering right off the top of my head. So anyway, that was one thing that got finished this month. Let's see, what else? Today I'm actually wearing my Sprout crop by Tiffany Lynn. This was done in Remix, which is a recycled yarn. It takes little bits of everything that's left over. I like it because it's very comfortable next to the skin. You can also throw it in the washing machine pretty forgivingly, and I've actually put it in the dryer too, just like a low fluff. So that is Sprout by Tiffany Lynn, if you're interested. What else? I've been working on my mitered square blanket. This is a little treasure of mine. I just throw a little bit at it every now and then. I've done these before. I kind of promote working these with leftover scraps of fingering because I am a big sock knitter, but this is being knit with Noro Ito, which is really a raw wool. You can do these with any of the Noro products. You can do it with anything. It's really just a mathematical equation. You know, if you use nice even numbers like a cast on of 20, placing a marker, another cast on of 20, you can be guaranteed your squares are all going to be symmetric. So you'll see, I did a little thing over here on my ends where my square is bigger. It actually equals 4 of the smaller ones. So that's really just math too. It's just doubling the stitches and decreasing as normal. So yeah, this is one of my favorites. This is my Noro Ito. I've got, okay, so this was my halfway point. So I did do one more row. I really need to pick it up again because once winter comes or is over, you know, you cannot knit with Ito to save your life. It's hot, it's humid here in Michigan, and I can't work with wool at that time. So anyway, that's on the needles. I did finish this terrazzo sweater by Petite Knit. I'm probably gonna wear this on Tuesday. A group of us are going to have dinner in an igloo, and I think it's gonna be the first time that I wear this sweater and give it a go. But this is one of my favorites, okay? I knit this with a Drops product, Drops Air, which if you've not knit with it, it's really cool. It's this little nylon polymer tube that the yarn is blown into, so it's an unspun, completely soft next to the skin and comfortable to wear. I am going to disclose a little suggestion here and something I'm pretty unhappy with this sweater. It's the first time that I've worked with color block, believe it or not, all these years of knitting, and I never blocked 2 colors together. So, you know, it's kind of cool for me. But anyway, you know, I did all of my raglan increases through the top color, and then picked up the second color after all of my increases were complete. Doing this again, what I would do is knit a couple rounds in the second color before actually dividing out my sleeve stitches, and here's why. You know how when you divide out your sleeve stitches, you do a backward loop cast on of X number of stitches to create this portion of the sweater? Well, this is what happens, okay? I've got this little line here. You can see it. No one's ever gonna see it when I wear it, but I know it's there. But having introduced the gray for a couple of rounds before dividing out sleeves, it wouldn't be there. So I'd be a lot happier. But anyway, that's a cool little tip for you. And I'm thinking I'm pretty close to matching the color I'm wearing. Must be a theme. Okay, what else? Oh, I just finished the Night and Day cowl by Drea Renee Knits, Andrea Mallory. If you haven't knit this one, it is kind of cool. Obviously, I have not sewn it together yet. I just pulled it off the blocking for today's video. So anyway, this is it. It's super easy slip stitch cowl. If you're a fan of the shift, I am. I've done it 5 times. If you're a fan, you're going to really love this one because it's even easier, okay? And it's kind of a cathartic motion. You're just slipping along. And as with any of Andrea Mallory's patterns, if you just follow the directions, you'll get it. She is so spot on with being specific, and I love that across the room I can see one of her patterns and I can go, that's an Andrea Mallory pattern, right? Because they're all printed exactly the same way in the same format. And you know, if you're someone who knits a series of her patterns, you'll appreciate the continuity. So anyway, that is Night and Day, and yeah, it's got to be made up, but it is blocked, so that's good. Let's see, what else do I have? Oh, a couple socks. So I purchased from the Cozy Knitter the 2024 Advent skein, which was, yeah, 24 stripes. And that's why I purchased it, because I love self-striping yarn. So to be able to get 24 stripes without any repetition, man, she gets props, hands down, amazing. Am I good at things that are supposed to be Advent? No, not really, because here I have one sock, and I think I kitchenered the toe last week. So yeah, we'll make this year's Advent, and then this year coming that Advent too. But she's amazing, out of Canada. With the exchange rate, the price is pretty darn admirable that she could do all of this and get it out here at the price she does. So anyway, shout out to the Cozy Knitter. She's amazing too. I have a pair of socks here, excuse me, that I just finished, okay? These are kind of fun. This is, I purchased from the Wool Warehouse in the UK. That is somewhere I like to shop from because they have all the European yarns and they're super fast on shipping, and they have a very, very low threshold, excuse me, very low threshold on purchase amount to get that free shipping. So I love it. This is from the Rios collection. This is another that's out of Rios that I'll be starting fairly soon. I said while I was knitting them that it felt very much like knitting with, how do I say it felt like knitting with a good sturdy wool that's got some pleasure to the hand. So this is it. I'm really happy with it, and I am gonna pop these on my feet this week too, so that's kind of fun. And what am I working on at this moment? So I have an embarrassing amount of Spindrift Jameson wool. Okay, some of this is knit picks. All right, that's mixed in here, but I have an embarrassing amount of Jameson that I want to do something with. So I do a lot of color work, and you know, it seems like the obvious thing. I'm not using these skeins up too quickly. You know, I end up needing an entire bag to do the body of the sweater, but I have all this color. And I thought, you know, I really just want a sturdy cardigan, not a single ply, as in, well, when I say single ply, not a single strand of Jameson, which Jameson Spindrift, by the way, is a 2-ply that behaves like a 4-ply. Once it's blocked, it will plump and fill in all those gaps. Beautiful to work with. Obviously, it's my favorite, or I wouldn't have amassed so much of it. But I wasn't sure what to do. So I'm using as a template this, I don't know if I have it here, but I'm using a petite knit pattern as a template. I have to make the smallest size these days, and you know, I played around with gauge quite a bit, and I was still off. I couldn't get gauge to work within the sizes and the gauges that were on this particular pattern. Actually, I'm working with the novice cardigan. I did see it sitting over there. So I've had to do some fancy math. I don't know if it's gonna work out. I am 1 inch away from the divide for the sleeves, and at that time I'll be making a decision as to whether I keep it or scrap it. But anyway, let me show you what I have so far. Let's see. This is going to be sort of like a variegated heather. You can see that there. I don't know. I've been so tempted to throw it on a pony cord and try it on, but I just thought, just keep going, just keep going. So anyway, it's gonna be just a rustic, really nice, sturdy cardigan if it happens. I hope it happens. So that's what's currently on my needles. I'm probably gonna cast on that skein of Rio sock yarn later this week because I can't not have a sock on my needles. That's about it. You all know that I have the sold out trip to Scotland this coming September. I can still take a waiting list for that, but at this point that's been sold out for quite a while. But we do have the new introduction of the Grand Tour to Portugal and the Azores, so if that's of any interest, reach out to me and I can get you the link so you can take a look at the itinerary and cost. That's October of 2026. So anyway, that's pretty much it for What the Knit and what the knit is going on here.